the book.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no,
All right.
I don't know like what to say, but overall, I like the book. It's interesting. Um, to be honest, I finished the series before the book because book I have to read with you guys. Series I could have finished, so I finished that one. So I kind of know the story, but let's see if the book is exactly the same because I have to go and read back the first two chapters. I have a confusion what is written in the book with the series. Either they are the same and I had a mislike understanding while I was reading it, or there is a bit difference in the plot kind of situation.
Okay,
So
let's focus on the book part because we do not know much about
no,
uh,
that's what
the
I'm
the
saying. So for me,
series part.
yeah, that's the only thing with the book. So yeah, it's interesting and
So which
it's
one, which character you were binding more? I'm talking about. Did you read the book or you didn't?
I did read the book.
Okay,
Yeah,
so in the book, which character was more appealing to you, or what did you feel more connected to?
more connected to
Who
be
you
honest,
feel?
none,
None? Okay, Zara
none.
didn't inspire you?
Zara, I think she's a creep. Honestly,
Okay.
who does that? She is
Mm.
literally
But she's look, she's the one who is still like saving. I
no,
mean,
but
at this
she's
point,
stalking a
she's
child.
still
Who does
saving
that?
herself.
Do
But
you
I'm
think
talking
it's
about
normal?
look, once she would have seen somebody jump off, and then
Yeah.
she would have seen she would have been thinking, I could be the next one. And then when she saw the next girl and she was saved, and then it gave her some kind of, both
She
of the
didn't see the
girls,
first one jump off. She only saw the girl.
I think she
And
saw the
she
first one
no, she didn't. And like
because what I
I
was
said,
reading,
and like I said in the last meeting, I think she was the one who told the
the
guy
first,
that did jump that he
uh
was
Yeah, I
yeah,
that she was the banker that told him,
situation
well, you were stupid for giving the people your money. You shouldn't have
because
given the bank your money.
during
right.
investigation they said that but she has a letter she never opened.
Yes, yes. And so I think that letter is
Yeah,
from the first jumper.
that's what I think as well. And I think,
Mm.
but that is hell lot of creepy. Like you're stalking a child like for years and years, and then
Yes. Yeah, so she went to the bridge because she had
yeah,
heard about the guy jumping. And when she was at the bridge, that's when she saw the girl there.
yeah.
And
But
uh
since then she has been going to different apartments to have an eye on that
on
bridge part so
mm-hmm.
that anybody who comes or whoever would come, or that's how she
But
saw
she
the girl.
didn't go on the bridge. She's
No,
yeah.
she's not
She
going to the bridge,
yes,
but
and but
she's
she's
like,
watching it from the far. What difference would
Mm-hmm.
it make? It's not normal. It's like honestly, that is some kind of mental health issues that need to be sorted. And anyways, for like counselor or therapist,
Yeah. Because
and
I
do
think
you,
it's guilt.
yeah, go on your face.
Like it's extreme guilt.
if that happened, if that would have
Maybe
happened
that's
as you
gonna
are saying,
unfold because it makes sense. Maybe it's gonna unfold.
if
So
your if your premise is correct that it's the banker, or she informed the banker, that guy who jumped first, that you lost your money because why did you put your money here? And this is the way it is. So if that is the case, then probably yes, she's having the guilt of that she's the reason for him to take his life.
Yeah, but Mr. Rizvi, guilt is something else. Even if I feel guilt or something, I will try to rectify. I will try to look people with compassion, like look into their cases,
I think it's a
try to give them loan in that capacity. I wouldn't stalk a
what you're trying to
person,
say
Yeah,
that,
especially a
yeah.
child. And then
yeah,
when she become a counselor, I will go to her and then tear her apart, bless her, honestly.
okay, let's listen to Ray what he was saying, and he
Uh,
has something.
the the way the the way the author has written the book, all these characters are a little off, right? there's not any character that's not off. I mean, you can argue that maybe Zara is more off than everyone else, but all these characters are off. All these characters are slightly not normal, hence the title Anxious People.
But what I was going to ask Hina, that she's pointing to the personality issue as a personality. I mean, issue in Zara, because if it's a human curiosity when you are, let's say, you are in Zara's position and whatever you're. So if somebody says that I'm doing this one because of you, and then he writes the letter, but uh, she hasn't opened. She knows that this letter is from that jumper, and then she's more curious about, and then she sees the things after that. So it's the human curiosity that when you feel somewhat linked or somewhat being part of that crime or I mean whatever the kind, I would not say crime. I mean part of that disturbance that you created.
No, I
So
agree
it's
with
you.
that. It doesn't justify her stalking of the girl. That's what I'm trying to say. She's closely monitoring
No,
her
but
moves, her
think like
education, her everything. No,
because think like it was a young girl and who the police officer, the young, I mean, he was not a police officer. He would have been probably, the guy would have been 10 years old or something like that himself. The one who is now, what's his
yes,
name?
Jack.
Jack?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Jack would have been a very young guy at that time. And when he couldn't save the first guy. He, he probably somewhere far away or what happened, I don't remember. But he was somewhere in the picture that he knew that about the guy who jumped. He couldn't save him. But the girl, he immediately knew that if he would spare a second, he would not be able to save her.
So
So
you proved my
that,
point.
yeah,
You
but
you try to save people. You try to help them. You don't stop them like a
yeah,
thief. That's my
yeah,
whole
but
thing.
she doesn't know. She doesn't know. She was never into that kind of uh, emotional or mental state where that guy Jack was, and that's why he became a policeman and
How,
she became a
but
banker.
how do you quantify what someone should do given a situation like that? What is, how do you, there's no textbook response on how someone handles trauma. So we all are not the same. We all handle things differently.
We
So we
do,
can't say,
but we don't stop. That's what I'm saying. She definitely
well,
has mental health issue that needs to be
But
addressed because
when you see
stalking a
someone,
child is not normal.
yeah,
It
I understand.
cannot be normal in
well,
any situation. It can't be
hold on a second.
justified.
Are we using the right term, stalking?
Yes, he was. He is definitely stalking the way it's written. He was
Yes,
caught
and
closely.
yeah, she admitted to stalking. She said she had followed her since she was a child. She had kept up with her through her whole
Yeah.
career,
But
and
what
that's
what
why
I'm
she chose her as her therapist because
yeah,
she
that's
was the
what
one that she saw on the bridge.
yes, that's what I'm talking about. That she saw her, I mean, it was a case of a survivor from this suicidal attempt, and she wanted to have a closest view as possible if she can or she could. So that's how she was been trying to close into that girl, that what is she thinking after that kind of a thing, and then she is like got her into like
I just don't, I just don't know. Okay, we can say I mean, classic definition for, or the proper word is stalking. However, is it stalking with an ill intent? Is she stalking to hurt the young lady? I think this is an issue,
I think she's trying to learn
seeing
from that
someone
one.
die, we're talking about something that goes against human nature, right? Death. Seeing someone die, unless you're a psychopath, is goes against our nature as human beings. We don't like to see anything die, especially another human being. It brings melancholy to us. So how someone handles such a thing like death and especially suicide, because in our minds, our brains are designed for life and survival, and most of us want to live as long as we possibly can. So to witness someone commit suicide, that's traumatic.
But
For many,
Zara did not witness anyone committing suicide.
No, no,
Jack
no.
witnessed.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, but
but
she
no, but
saw,
that would be according
but
to
the bridge, but it's the issue with this bridge, right? Isn't
no,
this
but
Yes.
overall?
according to Jasmine's theory that Bridge the first jumper would have written some letter to Zara. Think like if you are in the position of Zara and you become the reason.
Right.
That's what I asked Hina. That think like you are
So
in her shoes and you are the one. So think of the trauma that you are
Mm,
the reason for someone's death. How
yeah.
traumatized you would be. My question to Hina was that one actually.
yeah, and you ever know this? You heard about this bridge in San Francisco that everyone jumps off of? They did a documentary on it. Did you watch that documentary? Did you watch that one?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's this bridge that is it the Golden State Bridge that everyone
The
jumps off
Golden
of?
Gate.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Golden
that's why
Gate,
they
yes.
built
So
the big fence of whatever.
After, yeah.
Hmm.
so the documentary that I saw, like people go there to save lives, right? So many people
Yes.
jump that people go there to save other people's lives. A lot of missionaries and pastors, and they go there to talk people off the
I will
bridge.
share with you.
So
I'll
there's
share with
something, that I think what the author is trying to do is really, and it's not just suicide, by the way. He's doing it with our relationships between father and son, between husband and wife, right? He's what he's doing is tapping into our the things that we make us most vulnerable: suicide, father and son relationships, husband and wife relationships,
Poverty,
poverty,
divorce,
that
losing your
feeling,
children.
that feeling of not being able to provide for your children, right? That's something I struggle with all the time. It's like, yo, let me get up. I don't want to be in the, what happens if I can't provide for my children? So I think what the author is doing is he's intentionally tapping into the human vulnerabilities that make us anxious. And what he's done is he's illuminating these personalities because, as I said earlier, all these people are us. It's just we contain them. Every last one of us have a little Zara in us. Everyone last, we have a little Jack, a little Jim in us, a little. We all have. It's just most of us, most of the time, we are able to contain it, and we don't. That's what we do, right? That's the adult thing to do. And that's why a lot of us need therapy, right? Because we contain so much. So I just hesitate in calling Zara creepy. Um, but I think what the author is doing is tapping into our vulnerabilities.
Yeah. I will share with you something. It reminded me of something. It's a very long time ago. And it's a somewhat similar situation. I was around 19, 20, and I happened to go fishing at that some point, and there was a big, deep river. And around like just 30 meters from me, some young lady, she jumped into the water. And the way she jumped in, I knew that she doesn't know how to swim. I pulled her, and then there were people came to help. And then later on, I mean, it was very emotional at that time. And subsequently, like the next week, I went after again to do something else. I mean, and I found there was a mother with three kids. She jumped in, and that was the last time I went for that place because I read after that in the newspaper that there are lots of people go in there and around that area and they jump off and then they just take their life. Anyway, it's a very kind of, I'm talking about the first person experience. It's kind of, especially if you're young at that time, or it's not very, uh, I would say, it needs a lot of strong nerves when you see some people dying and you take out, and it's, how I would say, I'm not able to say properly, but it's very, very traumatic at that in that kind of a situation. So I feel Zara, of the similar kind of things, that although she would have witnessed it from far, but she was, according to your theory, Yasmin's theory, she would have been a part of that incident, and she would have been feeling a bit guilty.
Can we talk about this damn rabbit?
Yeah, change the subject.
I like the rabbit.
The
But
rabbit.
he's a paid character. He
Yep.
can do
He's
any
a
party.
professional.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It
he
is
can
That's
do
right.
any party.
like you have boyfriends for rent or boyfriends for hire. You can get you an apartment disruptor for hire.
Yeah,
And he also
yeah,
does children's parties.
yeah,
He's a true.
I ain't mad at him.
yeah.
I wonder how
And
many people do that in real life. Like hire people to go and mess the bids up for, because
That's how they make money. They just
Bridget, you are not
can't hear you.
clear. We
We
can't
can't
hear
hear
you,
you.
Bridget.
Microphone. Bridget,
Bridget, we can't hear you.
can't hear you.
Oh, I
Bridget, we
said,
can't hear you.
oh, I don't know why.
Yes.
Could you hear me now?
Yeah, we
Yep.
hear you now.
Oh, okay, I said like he was a real hustle man. And then I said some people could make their whole life a living. You'd be like, where you work at? And you never know where they really work, but they done made a whole life and been able to pay their bills. They, like I said, for instance, a hitman.
In Japan, there are people who go, what is it they go
Yeah, in
to
Japan.
where
Yep, in
people need to
Japan.
go to, they don't want to go to like Thanksgiving or
They
holidays
have
by themselves. You can hire somebody to go to your parents' house with you.
Not just
Wh-
Japan, in the States. Like I said, rent a boyfriend. You can rent a
Really?
boyfriend. Yes.
Oh yeah, because they have movies about
Yes.
it. They have movies about stuff like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Really?
you can rent a boyfriend. Yes. Escort services. Yes.
escort
Oh, that's
And
services.
escort
escort.
services don't be just, it's not just for sex. It's not a sexual thing. You can rent
Yeah.
a boyfriend, rent a
Escorts.
girlfriend, rent a
A
fiance.
secretary.
Yeah,
Secretary.
I know men do it, but I didn't know women do it.
Yes. Yes.
If you would be
For
paid
what
for
purpose?
your
Just to go
just a
on
company.
If you
Thanksgiving
constantly have
dinner?
that family, a friend of mine did it. If you constantly have that family that always, when you gonna get married, when you gonna get married, when you gonna get married, when you have a boyfriend. But she hired this man who to go home with her for her family Christmas or something, and to be her boyfriend. A friend of mine did
Yeah,
it.
to pretend to be.
To
Mhm.
pretend to be her boyfriend for the week that she was home. Because her parents are constantly, her family is like, when you gonna get married? When you gonna have kids? When you gonna do this? When you gonna do that? And she just got so tired of the pressures of being the single one that she decided to hire somebody. This was a couple years ago. So
I
So the
would think
escort
that a
services
woman
are
wouldn't have
available.
a problem with that. It seemed like a woman would always have like that one dude to like just go to my parents' house with me.
No, but she doesn't want to
Wouldn't
have a
have to, women,
relationship.
I would never think that a woman would have to pay for that.
No, but she would,
yeah,
if somebody doesn't want to have a relationship, then how she would get across the
Yeah, but
parents or the
women always got that
families.
one guy that would do anything for them. That yeah, I'll go with you.
That's
So
what
you
you
will find
think. You think
Maybe
you will
that
find
always
guy
we
lots.
may
always got that one guy in our pocket. And we don't got nobody in our pocket unless we would have the one guy in our pocket. We would be with the one guy.
I mean,
but
or
that
the
one
one
guy,
guy
your
he would
family
take
could
it too
know.
far and won't be able to cut it off. He
Yeah.
gonna be
yes,
for real.
Or
that's why
that
you
one
find
guy, your
rabbit
family,
services. That's
or
why you
that
find
one
the
guy
rabbit
your family
services.
could
Yeah.
know. Your family could know that one guy because you guys been
Yeah.
friends for whatever. So that your family could know that one guy.
Yeah.
So you want to bring somebody that nobody knows.
Yep.
He's
And you
just,
can cut it off. It's a clean break. When it's
you can
finished, it's
create,
finished.
create whatever,
A
background he
backstory.
has. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's things out
This,
there for women
Yep.
and for men. So yeah, women do it.
this sounds
Yeah.
like a Tyler Perry script.
Yeah, you can have
It
rabbit
probably is.
services.
It probably is.
Women do it. Women do it just like men do it. Men, I mean, and it ain't, it's sometimes even some escorts who do with men, they say men who are like, oh, I just want to take somebody out to dinner. It's not just sex. Or
Yep. I
men
need
sometimes who are married.
company.
I just want
Not
company.
like,
I want somebody who's going to listen to me. That's
Just like
why
you
I
can
hired
hire
an
people to
escort.
cuddle.
Yep. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yep.
That's
Just
a
like you
thing.
can
That's
Where
Yep.
you gotta
hiring
hire a
people,
professional
hiring people to
cuddler.
cuddle. Yep.
Yes.
I saw
Yep.
that.
And I'm like, I could do that. I give
Not
good hugs.
me.
I
No
could
I can
be
be
a
a
way.
cuddler.
professional
No
cuddler.
way.
Yes.
Hmm.
No way. I couldn't be a
yeah, it
professional
would secrete
cuddler
lots of dopamine and
either way or
other,
either end. I couldn't pay for a professional, nor could I be one.
Oh, I
yeah,
could gladly accept the
I can
coins.
go
Oh,
to
you want
jury.
to
I
hug?
go to
Want to pay me
jury
to hug
duty
you?
for
Come
you.
on.
yeah. So you
No, they
would
don't mean that
you
kind of
would
hug.
get
I ain't talking about that kind of hug.
No,
free
it is.
dopamine and
It's not that.
serotonin
It's
injections.
Not my
cuddling.
personal space. Sorry, guys.
Some
Hmm?
people say cuddle, and some people be like spooning.
Nope.
So
That's well, but that's different. Your clothes are on. It's not sexual. Because I've seen stories and read news articles and interviews about that.
I'm smart enough to know in most cases for men, hugs always lead to more.
Nope.
Come
Not
get
all the time.
But you know, nowadays you got
The
different
world
types
is
of men.
the world
or
is
however you can make them
developing. I
coins,
mean, the
however
world
you
is
can make it.
developing. It's no more, I mean, how I would say orthodox relationships. It's like developing into more possibilities of like whatever human mind can think of.
I hope I'll never
Listen.
have to pay for a hug, not a hug.
I just saw a video where Jamal Bryant told Cam Newton that he had pretty legs. I just realized that I live in a different world than everybody else now. Because
Yep.
in the world that I live in, there'll be no time a man would tell another man that he has pretty legs.
Did you hear what he told his congregation about his wife's dress? That was even
Yeah, yeah.
worse. He said, I bought it. I was like, dang,
It
But
was
anyway,
worse. I like what he said. I don't like where he said it, but I like what he
yeah.
said. He
Yeah,
shouldn't
he
have
was
but
a
said. I
good,
don't think he should have said it from the pulpit. But he was
right.
for me. I think he was 100% right, sticking up for his wife. The husband's supposed to take care of his wife.
Agree.
yeah, but
I agree. He should have
anyway,
took up for her, but
anyway.
it still was
Let's come
it
back to
still
the book.
was the
Let's come
wrong,
back to the
it
book.
still was the wrong outfit, but
Let's come back to the book and
Let's come back to
give
the
the mic
Stockholm
to.
relationship. You
No,
know,
no, 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 no. Stockholm
Rory and
relationship is a
Julia.
very different one. Stockholm relationship is a very different one.
No,
You
no,
are
no.
not
I'm not
talking about the
that was
captives.
what Jamal Bryant
Julia.
displayed was
Rory.
unconditional love for his
Ro.
wife, right, Yasmin? Whether he was right or wrong, he stood up for her because he loved her.
Yep.
I'm
He
talking
loves a
So
about
lot.
book.
let's.
Look, and let me
Anyway,
segue that back into the book. I think that's the relationship that I just lost their names. The
Earl,
older couple that's bidding for
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
the one that
Richard.
hired that
yeah,
woman. She has unconditional love for her husband, and that's why
yeah.
she hired the rabbit. And
Agree.
the
Mhm.
man has unconditional love for his wife.
Roger.
That's why,
Mhm.
yeah, Roger. And that's why he like took her to all the IKEAs, and that's why he
Mhm.
bought her the special what da 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 for the
Mhm.
well,
yeah,
well,
but
we
She
no,
got, and
but
she was,
no, yes,
he was going off when he,
I think they're doing it because they're trying to keep the relationship fresh, right? They don't
She
have
is.
any
She
other
is. She
to
is
talk
trying
about.
to.
That's
Or
kind
she
of
thinks
weird.
she's not
yeah, that's
seen
why I
and
said
heard.
they
She thinks
yeah,
she's not seen and heard, and he don't really love her. But
but
he's
she
saying he
does.
does by him
Yeah,
doing all the
but
IKEA moves
yeah, and
and
like with him fixing the vanity, that's the first thing he puts up in the new house, and the last thing he takes down is that vanity because that's her thing, that's her focal point.
yep.
he was kind of hurt when he
But,
thought she was cheating with the rabbit. Though he was going
Mm-hmm.
through a little something for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he got more devastated when he
but
found
is
out
that
that all
healthy?
his success was because of himself, not because of the rabbit guy,
But is
because
it
of
was it,
the.
but is that healthy? Is their relationship healthy? I don't think it's healthy. I don't think they have a healthy relationship.
I didn't say it
Who's to
was
say
healthy,
who
but I
has
just
a
said
healthy
Define
it was
relationship?
healthy.
Oh
unconditional
no,
love.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying that because isn't she's dissatisfied, right? Or am I
No,
reading wrong?
well,
Kind of
She's
like,
kind of dissatisfied. I that's how I
yeah,
read it.
yeah.
But
She's
but
kind
But
of
like,
I
is
think they
dissatisfied.
were
anybody
afraid of.
100% satisfied
yeah.
with their partner all the time?
Well, they were
No,
afraid of
No.
like when they would be getting old and they would not have much to do. So when they
And,
would retire and they would not have much to do, so they started fixing houses or buying houses
and
and
it wasn't
fixing
her.
them.
Didn't she say something that like they like never seen each other body because they always had the lights off.
With the lights off. A lot of older people did that though. I don't find that out a lot. Cause when they said women, they was like, oh, she kind of loose. She wear them sexy, them racy nightgowns around the house. So I
It's
think like a
whatever you
lot
are
of people did
conditioned to,
that.
whatever the kind of
They said
whatever the
Jewish
kind
people.
of
I saw a
era.
Jewish movie like that. They said they don't
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
they don't let
Whatever
God
the
see them naked, like uncovered or
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever
Like,
the mind of whatever the kind of mind or the kind of era your mind lives in or you practice, so you get conditioned to it and you get used to it and you still enjoy your life in that. You don't go into that other person's perspectives.
What
Okay,
about
let's listen from
what about the two girls' relationship?
now. Yeah, it's a modern way of doing the things
What
like
That's what
about
I
two
was
the
girls,
talking
what
about.
two girls
Annalena,
that
Annalena and the
No,
other
no,
girl.
no. Their name is Ro and Julia.
Roe?
the
Yeah, Roe.
couple. Hey
Yeah.
aunties, and I'm like, you mean a
Yeah, and that's
couple?
what she kept saying, the old lady, oh, the Stockholmer relationship, the Stockholm
No, it's
relationship.
not.
No,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
stock. No. Hold on a second. It's not
It's
Stockholm.
different.
It's Stockholm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Stockholm.
That's why.
Stockholm.
Stockholm.
Yeah, it's not
That's different
Stockholmer.
than Stockholm. I
Yeah.
thought that was funny.
But she also mentioned, but it doesn't mean exactly what I mean, she says could have been Stockholm syndrome, which Hannah was saying. Stockholm
No,
syndrome is very, very different. It's
it's a
nothing to do
place.
with
It's a
that.
place.
Yeah,
I was
Stockholm is
I
a place, but the
the
syndrome
book.
I'm talking
I
about
think
is
you
a different.
understood it wrong. That's what I was saying. I'm talking about the book. I was
But you
referring to
said
that.
syndrome. But
No,
you
no,
said
I wasn't
syndrome.
talking about syndrome. No, I was
But
talking
you
about this.
mentioned.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. That's what I was saying. I'm not talking about that. I think you guys were like in the gist of something else, so you didn't understand. I said, I'm not talking about that. I'm directing you towards the book. I'm talking
All
about
right.
their relationship, Joe's
Okay,
and
let's.
Julius and Rose, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and the older lady said it was a Stockholm relationship.
Exactly. That's what I was referring
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Because they talked about that a lot.
Because I
People
know
coming
me
from
and Ray got it for
Stockholm.
sure.
Okay.
So when there
Let's
was
listen
somebody
from
that they didn't like too
Dr.
much, they said the
Dr. Mahasan, her
Stockholm.
book.
I was a little confused with that at
Yeah,
first.
let's
I kept
listen
going,
to
I don't know what
Dr.
the
Stockholm,
joke was.
basically,
Mahasan.
there's
The
different types of
Stockholm.
Stockholm. Stockholm is different types of Stockholmers. You have Stockholmers who come in there and raise the price, right? So the
Yeah.
Stockholmers come and raise the price of everything. Then you have the
Mm.
Stockholmers who that's Roe and what's her name?
Exactly.
Roe and
Yes.
Julia.
whatever. Julia.
And then it was this guy, the big guys that came from the Capitol to do the police investigation that Jack and Jim didn't
Yeah.
want coming into town.
Yeah, the
Yeah, but
Stockholmers are coming.
The
The guys from
Stockholmers are
Stockholm
coming.
are coming.
these are Stockholmers.
This is exactly what I was talking about the Stockholmers. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Stockholmers
No, you're
were
mixing
And
it
look,
up.
I can imagine the lady saying the Stockholmers.
The
Yeah, the
Stock. She said,
Stockholmers.
"To the
Does
Stockholm."
I didn't get it like that. I mean, I know she was
I didn't get
referring
it
to
at
them
first.
as homosexuals. I don't know if that's a proper word
No,
anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know what's correct.
Yeah.
she was
But
not
was
trying
she
to
talking about
use that
because
word. She
was she
invented
also
her
talking
own
about
word.
their need
no,
for
no,
one
no, no. She
another?
was very clear. She was talking about
Yeah, I
homosexuals.
know that. I know she
Stop.
indicated that. She indicated that, but is that really what that means?
Yeah, this is what she meant.
Or
She
was
didn't
she
want to use that one. She was thinking about that word is probably a bit obscene. So she invented her own terminology for that.
Well,
Mm.
is this how is this? She stresses the she
Yeah, she does.
draws
She
She's
out
an
the
old
does.
she draws
lady.
out the word
She's an
because you
85,
should say
something like
Stockholm.
that. So
She
she's
So
can
yeah,
probably,
actually say whatever she wants at 84 years old.
yeah, I
well,
mean,
yeah.
like,
Well,
But
we
isn't
do the
that
probably,
same thing.
something?
But we do the same thing, don't we?
That's what I
We
was
do
gonna
the,
say. Our prejudices that we have, they all saying the same thing, but something different with the same word, meaning, but not like me, but not like me. Because although they weren't from Stockholm, they were still the same people, right? They were just from different cities, right? When they kept saying the Stockholmers are coming, they're from Stockholm, right? What city
yeah,
are
but
they in?
it's
but she meant,
Aren't they?
big
but
Oh,
with
she
city.
that
meant,
one,
Yay. So
It's a
she
big
but
city.
meant,
with
It's a
that,
big city.
yeah.
No, but I
It's a big
meant
city.
she meant the police too. She meant a few. They meant a few things about Stockholm, but
So
Aren't they in
because
Stockholm?
there's different definitions for Stockholm.
Oh,
One
they
This is
are
are
the
technically, they are technically different definitions.
yes,
I
one is
don't know.
on
I
she
just
mentioned.
never heard
one.
Stockholm Essentials or the capital or whatever that state,
It is
whatever
No,
that country
no.
is.
the country,
So,
and that's
so
what
when
they
she
are
says
referring to here.
so Stockholm,
Yeah.
when she says Stockholmers, when they're saying
Let
Stockholmers, they're meaning different things.
yeah
One
that
are the entrepreneurs who are raising the price up. Two are the big city
Police
police,
officers,
right?
yes.
The big police. Three are the homosexuals, right?
yes this
And
is
then
these are the three.
four are the people who are just big city people who are just
Yeah,
different.
I was about to say that was referring to that big city people are modern approach and like
Right.
unconventional
Moderate.
kind of people. Yeah, small areas like they have their own values and they usually are kind of orthodox in that their ways. So that's I think this is what they're referring to here.
Yes.
But yet they
Yeah.
were more accepting of them. They didn't kind of like put them down at all. They just
Sure.
kind of they're
It's
all
a
in the
label.
same boat at the end of the day.
Label. Label.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
Yeah,
the
she was
XYZ.
just trying
Labels.
to say that they're modern style couple or modern couple. That was her way of saying it.
She was
You
being
gotta
nice
remember, Jack
Yeah, you
Jack
can
doesn't
say
want
that.
the Stockholmers to come, the police, because he wants to handle the investigation himself.
himself, right?
Right.
Let's listen
Yeah.
from Dr. Mahasen what she has to say. She didn't get a chance until now.
I could hear you though, because when I come in, my laptop opens and I just have to send a message. I just get the feeling that everybody is suffering with some kind of silence, and everyone has some kind of anxiety about something that has happened in their lives. Jim and Zara are both suffering from seeing someone kill themselves or take their life. Zara
Meaning
is
Jack and
obsessed
Zara.
with Jack and Zara. Sorry, Zara is, she's obsessed with trying to connect with that person's life. You know, Jack is the son, right? He kind of like has it in the back of his mind. It kind of comes and goes for him. Um, I think everybody's just suffering from something. I know during the week, a lot of people were saying Zara is, she's a creep, she's this, she's that. I truly believe that Zara is repressing so much hurt that her way of not getting hurt is keeping people at bay. And that tough image, that I don't care image, that you get yours, I got mine, I think that's all she's hiding behind, this hurt that she just cannot, this loneliness, and this maybe even she might even have some sense of guilt, right? um
I think it's
Yeah,
definitely a sense of guilt.
that's what
It's
yeah,
definitely
Yasmin
guilt.
has already posed that.
yeah. And so I don't know if she's this arrogant person on purpose. I kind of think she's hiding behind this for fear that she could really, get hurt by someone. So this is a way of like saying, you know what, I'm not taking chances with anybody. So, it's better for me to disconnect from the beginning. You don't like me, that's okay. Your problem is your problem. Let me not get involved emotionally because of the fear. But I think that I think she's more that than the other things that we could call her. I think she's really hurting a lot. Um, Roger, I think, is just his pride. I don't think it's anything more than that. He loves, what's her name, Annalena. And Annalena, as you guys were saying, she truly loves her husband. I think it was Jazz that said she loves her husband unconditionally. Yeah, she put up with going and doing things that she really didn't want to do. She kind of gave up her life for her husband. Now, maybe that has to do with her generation, right? The idea of this is my husband, support him 100%, my ride or die, even though she mentions that when they were younger, he gave up everything so that she could work for her career and he raised the kids. So she's just being reciprocal. So I don't know. Their relationship is kind of cute to me. It was kind
And
of
she's
cute
sick
seeing
of
him
them.
get
And she
jealous.
said she was getting tired of them projects, though. She said she was getting
Yeah, but I'm saying I still think that, the idea that she could acknowledge that, hey, wait a minute, he gave up so much so that I could be successful. And at the beginning, I don't think it's a problem helping him. And maybe she's getting bored of it now. But the reality is that she is thanking him for what is unconventional for the average male, the average Western male. It is unconventional for a man to stay home and raise his children. Well, maybe not now. I mean, because I don't know what's going on now, to be honest. But she is just kind of like she's kind of paying him back, and now she's like, okay, he's paid back. I'm tired of IKEA. I'm tired of these projects, but these things make him happy. To the point that when he asked her what makes you happy, she said she didn't even know. She didn't know. She didn't know anymore. So I don't know. And Rabbit is Rabbit is a Rabbit is he's a hustler. He's a hustler. Yeah.
He's
Rabbit cares about Rabbit. That's all Rabbit cares about, Rabbit's pocket.
yeah. What was the character's name in Sesame Street? That the big uh,
Oscar.
Oscar.
Pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oscar is Zara.
Yeah, yeah.
Oscar is Zara, definitely. Or Zara is Oscar, definitely. Yeah.
Have
But
you
I mean,
guys ever seen the movie?
that's
Have you
all I
guys
have
ever
to
seen the
say.
movie Smith about Schmidt with Jack Nicholson?
I think so. I think I saw it
When
before.
he gave everything, his whole life for his wife, only to find out when she died that she was cheating on him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's it.
reminds me of this.
Yeah.
Bridget, you go
Um,
ahead.
So yeah, like I said, I had finished reading my
Now
portion of the book
everybody's finished, so you
like
got enough
last
time and
Wednesday or
remind
Thursday.
us.
I didn't finish the whole thing. I just finished up into that part. So that's why I wanted to hear like other people's part to like refresh my memory a little bit.
Yeah,
But
we finished until 170. You also read until 170, I think.
yes, I read it, but I kind of have forgot. I kind of have forgot what had happened in the book.
All right.
So but I really feel like I'm just waiting for the whole thing to unfold because
Okay.
I'm curious about Zara. Is she a candidate of somebody that had tried to commit suicide? There's a couple of things about Zara that I'm interested in too. Like Yasmin was saying, like with her with the but I'm like, who was the second? You said two people had jumped off the thing, and Zara had one to do with the note. So I'm not putting that
Yeah,
story
like
together in
there is
my
a
head.
theory proposed.
There's like it's like an
One
inference.
person jumped,
Yeah.
one person attempted to jump.
Yeah. The girl attempted to jump or something when she was younger.
Nadia attempted
Which
to
is
jump.
Nadia, which is the
And
psychologist
Jack,
now.
Which is her
So
Jack
she's the
psychologist.
one.
Kim saved Nadia.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Zara
Jack saved
saw
Nadia. Yeah.
the attempt and rescue.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Ray,
that
you have
same
to add
bridge, both
something?
her and Jack.
Yep.
I think I
But
said
Nadia
everything
and
else.
Zara
All right.
outside that psychology
Okay,
relation, they don't have
I would move on to the
Nadia,
second part,
Zara
which
knows who Yara is, but
Nadia,
Zara knows who Nadia is, but Nadia
yes, from the
doesn't know who
childhood.
Zara is yet.
Zara is, because that's how she told that your
Yeah,
parents were
yeah.
computer programmers and everything, the
Yeah.
details and all that kind of thing.
Mhm.
She
And
thought she was
and
psychic, and it was like,
and
no, I know you.
and if you see in the one of the chapters, when everybody in the psychologist room, when that painting is there, and everybody says she's looking at the horizon, she's looking at the rising sun, or she's looking towards you, or whatever, her back is there or not. Only Zara said that probably she's thinking of the suicide,
Hmm.
because that picture is basically picture of Nadia when she was about to jump.
Yeah.
She said, Nadia
Anyway,
says, how did she notice I was on the bridge? How did she notice the bridge in the
yeah, she knows
background?
that how she's the only one on all her patients that suggested this idea. Anyway, I would like to move on to the next part, which is the kind of how do you see the bank robbers' relationship that he's the one who is taking them hostage, and then they have started like kind of binding with him and like thinking and like how I would say, empathying for him, and they are now feeling the pain of him, and they become like kind of friends.
Not only
Well,
empathy, they just straight up telling him he don't have a good plan. They like, how
well,
you
I don't
doing?
think he's taking them. He hasn't officially took them hostage, by the way.
No,
Like,
he
I think
had
if
the
anybody
gun.
wanted to walk out,
Even Zara is
anybody wanted
suggesting
to
you
walk
should
out, he's
call.
not stopping.
Yeah,
If anybody
Zara
wanted to
is
walk out,
suggest.
he's not stopping them.
Probably Zara is becoming her partner or his partner. That okay, you go ahead and then I tell this to the police and do this one, and you will get the money or something. And he's the kind of feeling shy. So they are feeling his pain. They know that this is not a robber. He's just like a normal dad, especially when he mentioned his daughters and the drawing and all those kind of things.
Mm. And the robber is anxious too. He has a bit of
Yeah, because he
anxiety as
doesn't have a
well.
good, he doesn't know where to do. He cannot
Right.
beg, he
He has
cannot
this anxiety that
ask
can't
for
make ends
help.
meet. Right. Yes. Maybe
Oh
they
yeah,
And
maybe
so that's the
without
point that I
that.
was gonna say when we was, so I put that in the comments thing. So Tamara had commented when I was saying, like, although the book is like saying anxious people, so anxious people, when you tie it to the word anxiety, it make it seem like, can I be anxious about an event? Like, oh my God, it's traffic, we're gonna be late, and I want to get to the concert in time before it start. You know, like, can't that be like an anxious feeling that I'm having, like, for momentarily, and still not be labeled? And people say, oh, they got anxiety, and all of a sudden these days they got a mental illness because they anxious or got anxiety. It's like I be so confused these days with certain words. So that was my question. Can't you be
probably,
anxious and not have
probably,
anxiety, like just as a mental disorder?
Well,
I think probably,
you can be anxious, and I think living in this world today, everybody has a touch of anxiety, you know, but you may not meet the clinical criteria for anxiety, but you still, sometimes certain things get you anxious, like talking in front of people, like before you have a test, before, you know. So yes, you can be anxious and not have that clinical piece. It's situational, you know,
yeah,
it's situational,
yeah,
like you said, sitting in traffic, rushing, trying to get someplace, you know, yeah, that's definitely anxiety ridden. But
yeah.
you have to meet certain, to be clinically diagnosed with the mental illness of anxiety, you have to meet certain criteria. So yes, you can have situational anxiety.
Yeah, I was saying or suggesting or going to suggest that probably in 2025 or now 2026, probably maybe like 10, 15 years down the line, or if there will be some people that like 50, in 2050, probably 25 years, probably the scaling of anxiety would be more defined and refined, where you can scale up yourself, that where I fall in the situational part or chronic part, or whenever something happens even a little, and if I am prone to that, when I flare up, that anxiety flares up, and
Mm.
probably when these things would be, at the moment it is not that much developed, those skills of
Maybe.
calibrating the anxiety.
Mm.
I mean, there are some
What
there
happens?
are some scales to calibrate your anxiety. There are some things that you can do.
Yeah.
Like me, I get anxious whenever I have to talk in front of a large crowd. I've always been that way, from a kid to a teenager to college. Talking in front of my peers, that type of thing has always caused me so much anxiety, even though it's something that I know I have to do. You know, I prepare and I try, but still, I do feel that lump in my throat or my stomach starts to hurt, you know, even though I know I got to present this, or I got to do that, I have to do that. So there are things that you can do to, you know, but you can't there, and
Right.
there are tricks and tools and measurements for your anxiety, for situational anxiety. That's something that I work with my students on, you know, because they're not most of them are not, I can't clinically diagnose them with anxiety. Most of them is all situational. So I think, you know, now a lot of us have which could be
Well,
considered situational anxiety.
Yeah, but anxiety is a good thing. It's a part of our
Being
mechanisms, like
human,
pain.
yes.
Survival
Being
mechanism.
human, it's a part of human experience. If we didn't have anxiety, we'd be
Amygdala.
lax. We'd
Yeah.
be too lax.
Mm,
Right,
probably.
and that's
The
what I'm
amygdala.
saying.
With,
And that's what I'm
It's the
saying. It's
amygdala.
all situational. When it becomes
when it's
clinical
that,
detrimental to your life, where
yeah,
Yeah,
you
when you
operate.
can't
have the
get
same
up and go out
response.
outside of your house,
Yeah,
you
for a
can't leave
small
your
thing.
house because you
Yeah,
are
no,
in fear of what's going to happen if you leave your house. Then that's clinical
Or your
diagnosis.
anxiety causes you to do irrational things.
Yes.
Mhm.
So that's why he
But
labeled them anxious people and not people with a mental disorder or something. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
Yeah,
Because the
anxious
Yeah,
people,
no,
as
anxiousness
no.
in
could
all
be,
of us have this shared experience,
I think
right?
we all, yeah, I think
As
living in
opposed
this
to
world
being
now,
diagnosed
yeah,
with anxiety, just having the
two different
idea of
things.
feeling anxious, right? Not needing a label for it means we're responding. As Dr. Ray
Mm,
said, we're just responding to life.
yeah. I mean,
And if we
if
didn't, and
those,
again, if we didn't have anxiety, then it would be a different problem. It's like
Absolutely.
yeah, that's
if
another,
you didn't have the
that's,
ability to feel pain, then you're gonna
yeah,
die because pain is
Mhm.
yeah,
actually keeps you alive.
yeah, of
Yeah.
So
course, because,
anxiety, and I think as Tamara said, when you have that level of anxiety where you can no longer function properly, and you're acting irrational, that's when
mm,
it becomes clinical. And
yeah,
That's
but
I'm
when
both
not.
extremes.
that's when the meds need to be prescribed.
Yeah. I mean, like what I understand is that both ends are kind of detrimental. And also, though, for those stimuli that a normal person would react in a normal way, the people with anxiety syndrome or anxiety kind of, how I would say, that uh, illness, that you would respond in a weird way, which normal people would respond in a more normal way.
But then that's just being anxious. That's not necessarily being, like you said, being diagnosed with anxiety,
Right.
because anxiety comes with a diagnosis. Whereas with being anxious is a normal human
Even
reaction and response to something.
Ye-
Right.
Yeah, but what I was saying, even if you're not diagnosed, but if that stimulus or that situation, a normal person would respond in a more kind of um, rational
Well, hold on a
way.
second. I think
We
we got
got
to
to be
slow down.
careful with the word
The
normal.
word normal. Yeah, we got because there's no normal, right?
Yeah, but
You only normal until you're not normal, right?
yeah,
When something,
yeah.
you're only normal until you're not normal, right? Every last one of us have a situation where we're going
yeah,
to act irrational about.
yeah,
Every last
And
one
I
of us.
think that's the point you're saying the author's making with the book, that every last
Right.
person has
Yeah,
something. That
absolutely.
maybe the word
Absolutely.
irrational that we could also say their anxiousness, but yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
He's if
I
you're
could
talking
look
about
back
now
and
the book,
say,
he's talking about two parts of the things. He's trying to make it more kind of fun-driven writing and like and then he's talking about idiocy and then those kind of characters he's trying to bring in to make it like light and fun writing and reading rather. So, but
I
there,
think as educators, I think that's where we lose it as educators. When that moment where you lose the anxiousness and you just get too comfortable in the classroom, that's when you make mistakes, I think. You should always
yeah,
have a
that's the
little
other part
drop
of that one which you were
little
mentioning.
drop of anxiety in the classroom. And same thing with a doctor, right? A doctor, when he goes in surgery, he should have a little bit of anxiousness. He should be little anxious. You know what I mean? Just because you
Yeah,
don't want him to have too much
no, too
uh,
platonic and too,
uh have low apprehension. It's okay to have
yeah,
a little apprehension about things.
yeah,
In fact, I'm doing research now on apprehension, and what I'm finding is students who have too low of apprehension, they don't do well academically
yeah,
in their writing. I'm doing specifically with writing. Uh, they don't do well. You should have a
yeah,
little
because
apprehension. You should be a little anxious, slightly.
little challenged.
Get a little too comfortable driving in Riyadh. Yeah.
Mm. What
You know,
Yasmin said?
Riyadh is
I said
worse
I
than
never drive to in Riyadh.
Riyadh
I
is
will drive
worse than
Oof.
to
Brooklyn.
Riyadh I will
You
park
have to
my
be,
car wherever I'm staying, and then I
yeah,
will Uber around Riyadh.
yeah.
You want to
It's
get
a
around
it's
the
a
ball,
it's
yes.
a super, how I would say, it's a super skill set that you
Yeah,
need to
it
be. I
is.
mean, if you are doing a safe
Yes,
driving, it's a super skill. You
And
yes.
have
if
to
you want
hit
to get
some.
someplace in one piece.
Yeah.
Well,
Riyadh has changed
I grew up
so,
with the
so
crazy driver. So when I came to Saudi with my brother-in-law, it was like being at home in Jersey. I was like,
yeah,
Oh, they
but
don't drive that bad in Jersey.
Riyadh wasn't that crazy
They
back
don't
then.
drive
Riyadh
that
wasn't that
bad in
Riyadh
Jersey.
crazy.
is different
And then
now.
come to Riyadh, and then you will redefine yourself.
Yeah.
Riyadh is
Oh,
Tell
different
me,
now. Not from when I lived
that-
there years and years ago. It's so
Even
different.
it's totally different.
nowadays, like you see
it's
young
worse.
guys, and
Oh,
I
it's
was
Yes,
just
criminal.
going other day.
It is criminal.
it's
Like
really,
things
really.
so normal. Like the things that they do, you would go to jail for in the States.
Yeah.
The cop would actually.
And I just can't figure out how y'all ever on time for work in Riyadh. It's just like, you ever get anywhere on time? Is that possible? Or
You gotta
are you
leave an hour
always
and a half.
saying, I'm on my
But you
way?
gotta leave early.
You gotta leave
Early is
And
an
it's
early.
like
understatement when
the
you gotta
things
leave for
that
work at 6 in the
I
morning and you
said,
gotta be
that's
work
what I
at
said.
8:30. That's
I mean,
ridiculous.
that's
And
what I
you
was
live in the
saying, that
same
it is a
city.
super skill. If you are driving in Riyadh, probably you can drive anywhere on the planet.
yeah.
I would agree.
Or
And if you,
Cairo.
So you
Riyadh and Cairo
so
are
it took
some
over.
Yes,
Karachi,
If you used to
Karachi,
say
then
Cairo
you
you
will
is really,
understand.
I
if
would
you could
take the
drive in New York
train.
City,
but
people used to say
Yasmin,
you could drive New York City, you could
Yasmin,
drive
New
anywhere.
York
but
City
no,
Cairo,
New York
wait, wait,
City
But
has
New
is
York
nothing
it
on
City
has
has
New
Riyadh.
York City
nothing.
beat?
no.
Nothing.
Yasmin,
Nothing.
Cairo, the speed is not 120. Other day I was going to the airport and 120, and
120.
somebody just went one night, I mean, like at
Oh
90
wow.
degree in front of me, and I had a big car. I mean, like we just escaped it, but think
Yeah,
like 120.
Yeah, but Cairo, you got the cars, and you got the
No,
donkeys, and
but you
you
don't
got
have 120 speed in the city.
motorcycles, and
But
no, that's
in
why I
the city,
said
you don't have 120.
Cairo is worse than Riyadh.
Cairo
That's what I
is
was saying.
worse than
Cairo and
Riyadh.
Riyadh, they like,
Really?
There's a
Oh
different way of,
wow.
because there is a
and then
It's
they
just
different
a
so
kind of
close.
different a different
You could put
vibe.
your hand just out the window and touch the car next to you.
Next to
that's
you.
another thing.
Yes.
That
It's just a
but
different
here
vibe.
Riyadh, think like
Yes.
120 and you do this kind of mistakes, you are reading the mobile
You
and doing
lost your
some stuff
hand.
kind of. Mm,
Probably lose your hand in Riyadh like
yep.
that.
Yeah.
Cairo, I wouldn't
Hmm.
even think about driving in Cairo.
Yeah, that's a different, because you have even animal driven cars and things and
Animals are
stuff like
there.
that.
Everything is on the road.
Yep. Yeah.
What?
Anyway,
I
What?
it's
probably
nine
would run.
o'clock.
I probably
Manage.
would run into an animal, running away from an animal on the road in the car. It wouldn't do me no.
You?
It would probably
Yes.
travel. That would be anxiety, let alone anxiousness. I would be like so busy running away from an animal, I would hit an animal.
Yeah,
Speaking of
that's you.
anxiety,
In
Tamara,
India, you
where
have
are you
cows
in your
running over.
driving pursuit?
In India, you
Where
Huh?
are
have
you?
cows running on the
Where are you in
road,
your driving
and
pursuit now?
Cows. Hmm.
Tamara, where are you in your driving journey?
In my driving lesson, I'm hoping to. I gotta really work on my parking and my my parallel parking and my K-turn. That's my downfall. So if I can get really perfect on one or the other, if I mess up on one, I'm fine. Other than that, I can drive straight. I can
The
do
drive
you want
straight
K-turn.
some?
Well, I
everywhere.
think the
Have you
K
tried?
turn
Yeah.
is the easiest thing to work on because
Not
it's just
no.
your parallel
What's a
parking. You
K-turn?
usually
You
between in
go
between
K-turns or you
like a
go or
U-turn
3-point turns.
almost, 3-point
They call
turn.
them K-turn or
Okay.
3-point
Okay.
turn. So those are the things that I get confused because I'm like, am I turning the wheel all the way? Am I turning it once? My teacher, he's great. He doesn't yell, and he doesn't yell at me. He doesn't call me stupid because I did have a teacher like was horrible. He's very
Is
laid
he?
back. He said,
Is he?
he'll make sure. So
One
basically,
thing about the
Let me help.
those are the
wheel,
two.
one
Those are the
thing
two
about
things that
turning
I
the
gotta work
wheel,
on.
but one thing about turning the wheel, even when you're nervous, what you do is you start slow, and if it feel like it's going one way, to go the other way. That's easy to correct.
But
in the
you
motion.
can't
don't go.
do that on the test. You got to be right on the test. You can't, if you mess up, you take off the points.
It's
So
no.
I gotta
I'm saying,
get
but
everything
I'm
right
saying,
for the test. And then if I
I was
mess
going to
up,
ask Tamara. I
yeah,
was
I
going
gotta
to
get
ask
everything
Tamara
right for the test.
that
So
do
my
you
I
watch
understand. I'm
YouTube
just giving you a
videos
skill
about how to
set.
drive
I'm just
things
giving
like
you a
Cape?
mental skill set to work with in your head about the wheel. Is no, you know what? When you ease up a little bit, that's easy to self-correct without them even knowing. I'm like talking about do a fully back up. It's true in the parking space, parallel parking. You gotta go in there
Oh,
one way. It's no one way or the
yeah,
other.
Hina,
the
But the
parallel
K
parking, I'm
turn,
pretty,
the K
okay,
turn is
okay,
easy.
all right.
the
Hina wants to
parallel
say
parking, I'm
something.
pretty good with.
Hina wants to
Then
say
that's
something.
the thing you got together. Then
So
that's
I'm like,
Hina
good.
wants to,
for me, if I mess up on one, I'll be okay and be perfect with the other, I'll pass. So basically, I'm like, let me just get the parallel parking perfect. And then if I mess up on the K turn or 3-point turn, then I'm fine. So I'm taking another lesson this week. I was supposed to take my lesson today, but I have a meeting after school. So I'm taking another lesson, probably sometime this week. And then I'm going to I'm gonna have him schedule, because I'm in a driving school, have them schedule my road test.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hina
But I'm
wanted
not
to
as
say
nervous this
something.
time as around as I
Sometimes
was.
when they take you, you pass a lot quicker when the road people take you.
Yeah, that's a part of the package that I got.
Because when the road people took him, he was like, boom.
You get
Hina,
an hour lesson before your road test.
Hina,
So you
you
get
wanted
like
to
a
say
quick
something.
refresher. Yeah.
It's about the driving as well. Like, yeah, try driving in the UK. The roads are so narrow and small, and there are so many swerves. Like, we don't have straight roads because we don't touch the greenery. So
Yeah,
everything is like
it's a big,
and
yeah, it's a
yeah,
big
it's
old
very beautiful.
village.
So yeah, people who especially come from US or Middle East, they have so much like problem driving here. It's like, how do you even drive there? It's like skill. Just try the street. Like literally, main road is fine, but when you go inside the street, you have to wait for the other car basically. So you have to have the presence that where you will stop so that the other car, like anticipation, that other car will like pass through and give like way, because at one time only one car can go and it's always two-way. And we have cars parked on the side of the roads as well. So it's just amazing.
You make it through there, you be like, how that truck get past there? But it makes it through. Gotta
Yeah.
take your time, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the
Are we
buses,
finishing?
double-decker
Are we
buses
finishing
taking,
the book?
no. 80 more pages, something around 80 more pages.
80. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that finished? Is it finished after that?
We will finish this week,
No,
right?
We're in the last
Again?
chapters of the book. This book
Yeah.
is making me anxious, honestly. It's
And we're
just,
not gonna be finished if we read 80 pages. We had to read it twice, right?
yeah, I've had to go back and kind of re-examine,
we would
and
read to
I don't know.
till
I'm not
251
feeling
page.
this book.
Okay.
You don't like it?
We'll read till 251
Yeah.
page, 251.
It's so much going on for me.
Yeah,
It's making me anxious.
Chapter 56.
It's
end of
making you
chapter
anxious. You an anxious person.
It is. Well, yeah, I do have some anxiety, but I definitely, but then I looked at I think my husband said she saw it too. They did the Netflix thing. They did a show, and that was kind of like weird and different. Did you say you
Did
looked
you
at
watch?
the episode?
I decided not to
Some parts
watch
of
it
it,
because
not
I
all
knew
of it.
that it would change my
Oh.
thought pattern on the book. So I decided not to
It
watch it. I
doesn't
said-
really match up with the book.
So that's
It
why I
doesn't
said,
Some
let
of
me
really.
it,
just
some
finish
of
the
it
book
does,
Some
and
of
I'll
it
go back
does,
and look at
but
it.
yeah. So I said I might, after we read the book, I'll check it out.
After, yeah, I'm going to do the
Yeah.
same thing after we read the book.
Yeah.
Better not to
So-
I
spoil
read
your
that
great
new
reading.
knife. I mean, I watched that new Knives Out Netflix thing on Netflix. Didn't we watch that before? The murder mystery? Oh, that wasn't a Knives Out thing we watched, right?
Oh yeah,
That was
they
the
did
book that we read.
they did another the murder mystery book that they did another of the guy. What was the name of the author of the murder mystery?
Richard Usman.
Richard, yeah.
With Bunny and Richard and
Yeah,
Yeah,
Richard
I
Osman.
don't.
not Bunny.
Richard Osman.
Yes,
Richard Usman. Yes.
Yes,
I don't
they
think
did
Richard Osman write these Knives Out series. That's what I just got.
no, that's
confused.
something
That's what I
different. This
thought
one
about, yeah.
is the Murders Club.
The Murders
Tuesday
Club.
Murders Club. Yeah, they did
Thursday,
another.
whatever.
They did another season.
Oh, okay, okay. The Tuesday Murders Club, another
Mm.
season. Okay.
Yeah, they did another season. They whatever the next book was or whatever they did. Yeah, they did the book. Another
Which
book.
murder miss? Didn't we watch a few of them? Didn't we do
Thursday Murder Club.
Thursday
Thursday
Murder Club.
Club?
Yeah, they did
Didn't we
another
read
whatever the
two
next
series
book
of that?
was.
Didn't we read two series of that like the
Yeah,
We
the
did
other
too.
book. I
Yeah,
I
we
saw
did
the other
too.
book as well. I think there is another
We have
series
4
which you guys.
books. We read number 1 and number 4.
1 and 4? Yeah.
Yeah, they just did
We
another. They did another.
because
Another
we
series.
remember. Yeah, we remember. You remember we started with the number 4, and then we
And then
went on to number 1.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I read
anyway, it's 9:10 now, and I just messaged in the group that we would read till the chapter 56, page 251.
Is that the
So,
end?
until then-
That's the last
No, no,
chapter?
no. End of the book is 300 some 40 some
Oh,
pages.
okay.
So we have still like 80 more pages remaining too.
But if we finish the book this week, then we can finish another like small book before Ramadan.
Yeah, but you would have to read 100 and we are in the middle of the book 170 plus times 2. I mean 170 would be too much for people too.
Yeah, we still got another month until Ramadan though.
Okay.
Yes.
Another 4 or 5 weeks.
All right.
Yeah. So we would be
yeah,
finishing
we
this
get
book
another
on
3
the
weeks.
let's
Yeah, we
say
get
today
another
is the
book.
6th.
Another short book.
So we will finish it by 20th.
Who's next after Auntie? Who's next book pick?
I think it's Hassan.
Tamara. I think Tamara.
No, it's Tamara.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. It is Tamara.
I think it's Tamara after me. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is Tamara. Yeah. Yep.
So we need something light.
I do. I have a light.
Y'all don't know the
fine
definition
book.
of light. I thought this was supposed to be light.
It is light. It is light.
Doctor?
Yes, it is light.
It was
Doctor,
supposed
I
to be
thought
it's
this-
lighter compared to what we just finished, what we read before.
The
So,
book is
Because
about
I had y'all
suicide.
read Skyfiller. I bet Skyfiller Elephants.
2 people. How many people have
They
died up till
still
now?
like in that book club that they read, they like way stuck on whatever. I said I can't even talk to them and they look
Okay, one
'cause they ain't
question.
gonna be
Who do you
finished no
think that
time
the
soon.
blood was off? There was a blood on the carpet. Whose
but
blood
I
was
still
that?
can't figure out whose blood it was.
I
at
think
so
it's
far.
Roger's blood. He dived on the
When
nose
he
and
hit
then he
his nose,
bled.
yeah.
I think that's probably the blood
But he
there.
said when he gets nervous, his nose bleeds.
His nose bleeds.
Yeah, but he dived on the when the people clapped and they thought that somebody fired and then he dived and everybody dived except for Zara and
Yes,
somebody
but,
else.
but in the book it says it was a pool of blood. That wouldn't be a pool of blood, unless it's
Yeah,
just
but it
yeah,
could be
maybe
something.
Can have pool of blood.
maybe they embellished it. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or Annalisa faked the blood so then Roddy wouldn't get the apartment because you know she good at like staging stuff.
Both of them.
That's a good theory.
That was
They
touching at
belong
the end.
together.
Though. He was like, since her father wasn't, he was like, this house is in really good shape. You should really buy. Remember at the end, he was telling the ladies that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
What was the name of that old lady? Was Extella or something like? I forgot.
I said
her name.
Annalise, but that ain't his wife's name. I just messed that up.
No,
It
Estelle
was
or something.
Estella or something
Estelle.
like that.
Estelle, I think was her name. Yeah.
Estella.
How do
But
you
was she
think?
the
What do you think
owner
about?
of the apartment? Did she own the apartment?
No, I don't think so.
But she was looking just like everybody else.
Yeah, the
Because
owner is
remember,
not here.
She's a
remember she
she's
knew there
also
was food. Okay.
All
yeah.
right,
I
we
mean,
have
like
people.
that
Oh,
Estella.
sorry.
I think I don't know. What I was asking is, how do you think about that lady? She's the coolest, probably. She's the first one who communicated with the bank robber.
Yeah,
I think
don't
Estelle
know.
lives
I
in
think
their
it
house.
was- You think what? Estella
I
what?
think Estelle I think she's the owner of the apartment.
Is it? Maybe.
I think she's just watching to see how people
Yeah.
behaves.
I forgot there was something they mentioned,
That's a
and
good
then how
point.
she came up that she is like old, but she why she's busy. I don't think so. She's the owner, but
She was
Remember,
looking
she
for
mentioned
an
that her
apartment for her
husband,
daughter.
yes, for her
What's your
daughter.
She
Her
was looking
husband
for
was
her
in the
daughter.
car parking.
brother Austin? Why your camera be doing that? You got that self-adjusting camera thing when it said you want to self-adjust your camera?
Yes.
yeah, it's a
I be do.
self-adjusting.
Oh, yeah, it
Yes.
look
When
cool.
it
It really
figures it
do.
out,
I put no. I don't want it to do it, but it looks so cool what it doing for you. I don't want no help from AI ever. It looks the lady that don't know how to do crap. Don't want no help. But it looks so cool when it's doing it for you. It just look like somebody just like handling it for you. I was like, I meant
yeah,
to say
because
that last
like
week.
let's say for example, I go out, probably it will readjust itself
And
that
it'll bring you right to where you are. Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
will.
I was like, no, thank you, AI. Next you'll be charging me for that too. Ugh. So sick of them.
All right, guys.
I don't like Tracea that much, but here they actually give us training to make like everything lessons and everything on AI. I literally work for city council, and we had this whole training where they actually give us the package as well. Oh, you can use our AI, it's safe, and then yeah, use it. Just proofread it because you guys are English teachers, so you have to proofread. Sometimes there are mistakes. That's about it.
It has its
Yeah.
purpose, I think.
Yeah.
Everything is good. The good of it is
I
fine. Just don't
studied it
abuse.
long time ago, but during the COVID, when we started reading this one, that's what the time I got
They
more
were forced to
exposed to it.
do it. Yes.
I know more exposed to it, and I did some kind of like 2 years course on programming of the AI, how we program an AI, how we call it agentic AI nowadays, that you
Mhm.
create agents, and then we call it the singularity. I mean, like, so anyway, it's a deeper
I'm
topic.
just gonna
Anyway,
tell y'all in Stacey Abrams' latest book, all the computers went rogue. And Avery trying to
mm.
solve the case. Yep, the computers, they going rogue,
Austin,
people bleeding.
You're
now
not
you're gonna
supposed
just
to
People
tell
bleeding
it,
by the eyes.
Khadija.
It's
tell
like
them.
a
Khadija,
real
don't
Thank
paper,
you,
real
tell.
Bridget.
paper.
Thank you,
Thank
Bridget.
you.
Don't read
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
No
Tamara
spoilers.
wasn't gonna pick Stacey Abrams. No, it would have been too difficult.
Tell us.
Oh,
Because that
sorry,
could
I'm
be,
just
I mean, that's
saying.
not my next pick, but that could be my pick. I have all three of the book. I have the books. So
Them computers is wow.
And you
Thank you,
just
Bridget.
gave us a spoiler alert. Thank you. Let us
Thank
know
you.
when it's coming.
Yeah, that's why I be like, I be talking about I ain't using that AI camera stuff like I ain't on the camera anyway. Oh God, I act like I'm so genius sometimes. Like they not like my friend Pam said, I'm taking my card out of my wallet so they don't do that to me. I said, they still know the card information.
I
You know,
w-
I have friends who actually use cash. They wouldn't use their credit card or anything, or like their ATM, because they say, "Oh, I don't want them to track my money. I don't want them to know where I am." So they literally in England people use cash, and I was like,
I w-
Listen,
when I
it's
would have the
2025. Let me
yeah, I
tell you
would
guys
just
something. 2025. Since 2000, the government knows everything about you, knows your eating habits, you know
"Yeah,
what time you go to
so
sleep.
I'm
did."
They know everything
I'm
about you.
Your
Yeah, I'm
So
talking
breathing,
remember,
about
everything.
2000. I'm talking
everything.
Most
about
of it, you gave it
2018.
to them on your own, willingly.
Yeah.
I mean, see, look here. Now it's a before those piece of information when you buy some bread, when you move around, when you are driving, think like even you are putting your credit cards in your pocket and things, you think that you are not being tagged. In 2018, when I was talking about when we were teaching the AI part and making agentic stuff and those, so I was telling you have heard of the magicians. So if I have the knowledge and doing something and I have virus in my or something like you can say it a virus. So I just throw it around the class and then it grabs everybody's password, bank account details, and everything. And there you go. So would you believe that kind of magic at this in this age? I'm talking about 2018, 17. So now you see it, now you because you're seeing the actions that you would thinking that the conventional programming and it would take you very deep kind of understanding of the things. But now it has become very, very normal, and things have become like now even you see as a teacher, you will find it very hard. There is nothing like kind of it's a Grammarly or something else that has helped you in doing this one. It's a real creation of the content, and it is very hard for the teacher to see that it is created from the, because it would have errors also.
I'll share this. I'll share this, and I have to go after I share this. I was rewriting somebody else's research for them. So I'm reading their research and I'm writing it in my own words. So I was just curious. It's like, I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run this through, turn it in. Do you know it said that I was 100% AI? So
Yeah, because
basically, what that means now is that AI has so much, is so human-like now that even if a human writes it, it's going to recognize it as AI
yeah,
because
I
it's so
agree.
it could be
human-like.
it's both of them.
Because
Both of the,
especially when you're writing journals, because when we write journals, we write in a very specific way. It's a very
Yes.
format.
It's
With
scripted
you,
formula.
We write,
because you're
write
educated, you
pattern.
will unintentionally use textbook language as well, and that's what like I was submitting
So,
mine, and they picked up on that like language, and I was like, well, I speak like that because that's how like I studied, kind of situation. So yeah, you're right. This is the
so
situation now.
now
Yeah.
this is the
it,
part when now I would share with you one more thing. The day I was teaching to sixth grader, and she said, okay, let's take the help of an AI. And when she took it, and I said, no, this is wrong. And she said, AI is wrong? I said, yes, because I knew AI is not, if the AI result is more than 90 some percent correct, so it means it is already compromised. So AI result has to be like around 90% correct. So I said, this falls into the 10% wrong part of this one. So anyway, so she was surprised. So it's a surprise for you also, for you guys, that AI could be very much wrong.
well,
Yeah.
it's wrong now, but eventually it's not going to be wrong anymore.
No,
If you
it
look at
has
the
to
rate,
be.
hold on a second. If you look at the rate of acceleration, look how far has we are at. I think ChatGPT was at 5.4 right now. And last
Mhm.
year was at 2.
Yeah,
So if you look at the rate of acceleration,
yeah.
it's not going to be wrong. It's all
Now I would
when it comes to subjective issues,
look,
yeah, that's going to be subjective. But when it comes to
look,
accuracy, eventually
And
it's going
and
to be 100.
and
I'm going to talk technical
unregulation
part
and
now.
what's right or wrong was crossing the line, even to the point where they want to generate something fake and then bring it to something like, say, generate a fake actress, like an AI actress, then bring it to personal Hollywood and be like, now pay my AI person to be in your
Look,
movie.
look,
It's really
I'm
the,
look,
the lines are so blurred with it that even they gonna pay us to get the information back from them that we fed it. That's art that's fake. That is just ours is real here, but theirs isn't, and we're gonna have to pay for
look
more
here.
fake news.
I'll share with you now. I mean, I'm forced to, because we may not get to this point. Maybe again, I'm very close in time. I'm talking about future. So the in terms of the AI, we must understand who teaches the AI. So there
We
is a
do.
learning mechanism inside. So that's where it has to be wrong somewhere. That's, as a human part, we learn from our mistakes. So when we make mistakes, and then we see somewhere else somebody has made a mistake, and then you learn from there. That's the back engine of it. So if it doesn't make a mistake, it would be
Yeah,
still like a
but Mr. Hassan, what I'm saying is,
Mhm.
look,
Yeah, it is.
I read a
Agree
lot of
with
Ray
you. Yeah, I agree
Kurzweil.
with you.
Once it gets to the singularity, it's going to be smarter than humans, and it's going to be able to correct.
Singularity probably is unreachable.
We're not at the singularity now, but we're
Yeah,
fastly
no,
approaching.
it's not unreach. It's even
No, but
theoretically.
we're fastly approaching the singularity, and it's not a bad thing. It's just that AI is just going to be smarter than humans. It's going to outsmart humans. I mean, we're
Now,
almost there.
Not
Because
smart, not
because you have
As
smarter.
long as they don't get to
smarter,
iRobot. So
not smart. No, it's already our robots. Not
So,
smarter
so
one
you are
on one.
talking
They
about
smarter
now,
than us
you're talking
collectively
about,
because
I,
it's doing, but not smarter than us one on one. Because that's what I'm saying in Stacey Abrams' book with the doctor and the robot. Then the robot got too big for his britches and started
okay,
overriding
I'll
stuff,
give you, I'll
going in the
give you
records,
food
all
for
kind of
thought.
stuff that a human being wouldn't have did, and it messed up
So how would,
everything.
I'm going just
They didn't
going to
care
put
about
a
the
food
smart
for thought
person.
question, food for thought.
Care.
So what would happen if you would have the robotic AI partners?
That's what happened in the
Guys,
book. That she had
but guys,
the robots was like
but
the
here's the thing.
partner.
There's nothing to be concerned about because at the end of the day, all we have to do is just turn it off. That's the advantage. We can always just
That's not the
But
singularity, is
Imagine
but
it?
if
you
we
buy
get
Not
to
the
the point where
singularity.
we can turn it
imagine you
off.
buy
even
imagine you
no.
buy a
Okay,
brand new Range Rover and the
no,
robot don't like something you did at work and gave
yeah,
some kid a bad grade, and that kid come in there and
yep.
program that Range Rover to take over your car.
Even nowadays,
They can
two
do that
things
now.
I will
They can
share
do
with
that
you.
now.
It did it in
Look
Stacey
here.
Elon Musk
Abrams'
can do
book.
that. Elon Musk can turn your car off right now.
Yeah,
Elon
but
Musk can turn your
yeah, I
car off.
understand that one.
That's what I'm
But I'm
saying.
talking about if you put two AI agents to talk to each other, they develop their own language, which you would not able to be able to understand, number one.
They
Number
self-correct.
two, and number two, if you are talking about the singularity, that's where your understanding or the perception at the moment that you can always turn it off. When it reaches to the singularity, when you try to
You
turn it off,
cannot.
it
You
would not,
cannot.
you cannot, it will let itself backed up somewhere else that you
And come
cannot even
back
think that
on.
where it
Right.
has gone.
It
And
could
then it will come
overwrite you,
back and haunt you
basically.
because you are the killer for him.
Yep.
Because
And
But
it's
it will
gonna
be the
not you
you
said
singularity.
guys,
if one
but
person
you
said
gotta.
if two
But
people
hold on a
told them
second,
it's wrong, it's gonna self-correct the next time, no matter, and it's not
guys.
gonna say,
Yeah,
sorry, I was wrong, Ray.
but you gotta
Listen
you
to
gotta
Ray.
understand that the singularity. You gotta understand this is what This is what Ray Coswell says, who is
You
uh
said
one of
Raekwon?
the
Because you
inventors.
know he is
Ray
scientist
Coswell. He's
too.
one of the inventors
Oh,
of
Ray
Google.
Cos. I
Right?
got you.
Coswell. And what
Okay.
he says is that you got to understand that the singularity is not just AI being smarter than humans, but also recognizing that we're their God. So we ascend to be gods to AI. So they'll never turn us off, or they'll never do anything harm us because we become their gods.
All
No,
right, it is
that's not
getting late
true.
now, guys. It's 9:26 and everybody.
Oh, we'll
It's an
see.
interesting topic. Maybe
They
somebody
are
would pick up,
programmed to know to know they are
maybe somebody
programmed
would
to
I
know
wrote
they
pick up the book.
I wrote a paper. I wrote a paper about 7 years ago saying that it will be technology that makes humans extinct, and I believe that they will be our demise. It will be technology. Our own
If you would
invention.
have seen the movie in 1965, that one where basically it was if the Odyssey 2001. It was
I
made in
do think nuclear.
1960.
I do think a nuclear attack or some kind of reaction is gonna happen. Though I do believe that.
Yeah,
All right,
we can
guys.
survive that. We can survive that.
Have we survived that before? Have we survived?
Yeah.
Have we survived
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Well, when we drop bombs
No,
on
we mean the
Japan.
United States. Forget about what we did. Us.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the humans can survive that. Humans can survive it.
All right,
It will
guys.
suck. I'm not saying it's not going to suck, but humans can survive. All right, guys.
Not gonna.
See you next week.
See you next
Sounds
week.
like
56. Chapter 56.
Page
All right.
251.
All right. See you guys next week.